Good morning, everyone. Having my cup of tea this morning. I wanted to come on to talk about my dad. Today is the 11th of November, 2025. My dad served in the Canadian military, and being today the 11th of November is our Canadian Remembrance Day, and I wanted to share with you. I had put a post up with a photo of my dad and I don't know what it's called. I'll put it up here right now. I hope it doesn't reflect too much. I'm trying to do it so that there's no reflection. And here's the poppy that I always put and leave on my dad's. Most of my dad's military pictures, certificates, etc., my son has. He was very close to Dad, called him Poppy. This is I'm not sure how it's made. It's on silk, and it's made with threads. I don't know, I guess it's kind of like a needlepoint, but it's not really a needlepoint. This was a photograph that my dad had when he was in Korea. He came back to Canada via Japan, and apparently in Japan they took the photograph of my father and reproduced it onto its amazing likeness onto I don't know how they did it. 1952. I can't quite see the place. I may be wrong. I was pretty sure it was Japan. I'll have to take a closer look. Anyway, all of this to say that it's important for me to pass on to my family and to remember my dad. He served in the Korean War. Now that's 1952 or 53. I'm not sure. I was born in 1951, and my mom had me. I was born in Montreal, Quebec, Canada, although we didn't live there very long. But my dad served in the Korean conflict for I think 2 or 3. I don't remember. Well, of course, I was a baby. Why would I remember? But because today is 80 years since the Second World War, a lot of our veterans, I was watching on, because I don't go downtown, I was watching all of the celebration on the our war memorial that we have in the center of our downtown area. And I was watching the interviews with the gentlemen who are 100, 104, who were very young boys when they joined the military and went to war and saw things that they, probably, as young men shouldn't see. But I just wanted to share with you my post with my dad serving in the Canadian military and being brought up as what we call a military brat. It was a good life for us. It was a good life for my mom and my dad. And I just wanted to remember him today. And I wanted to share a little video on, who he was. I mean, I know he was my dad, but he served to protect our country and did his part in the best that he could. And he never talked about it. When I was young, used to ask him questions, and he'd say, "Oh, I don't remember," or "pass it off," or "don't you have homework to do?" Things like that. So Dad never talked about the conflict, so I don't know if he lost friends, colleagues, friends, and that kind of thing. I don't know anything about his service in Korea, but I know as a young man it must have been very traumatic. He would have been 21, 22. So, any conflict is difficult for our men and women who serve. And I just want to say, sorry, I'm looking over here. Thank you for your service. We don't say it enough here in Canada, but we have it in our hearts. And we are proud of every one of you. And I wanted to share this. And I wanted to share Dad today. So thanks for joining me today and indulging me in this little bit of a Remembrance Day, which is very important to me. And I want to thank you for stopping by and listening to me ramble, and of course showing off my wonderful dad. Although it says Love John, Dad was always known as Sonny. All my life I heard my dad called Sonny, and that's what he was known as, even though his name was John. Thank you for your service, Dad. And I love you and I miss you. And thank you to everyone for stopping by and allowing me this little bit of a reminiscent, teary time. And we'll see you in my next video. Thanks for joining me. Bye, friends.